Sawadee krap, good morning. Thank you for joining us on Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and NBT World. Today is Monday, December 22nd, and you're with me, Suraphalaw Tharanarit. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Transport Minister Air Chief Marshal Prajin Chantong said that in the future, trucks loaded with either goods or passengers can cross the Thai, Lao, and Chinese borders without having to stop for a change of vehicles at points of entry. Speaking on plans to promote connectivity in the Greater Mekong sub-region, Air Chief Marshal Prajin said Thailand is developing 3 routes to meet that objective. There are Route number 9, Mukdahan, Laos, Vietnam, Route number 12, Nakhon Phanom, Vietnam, and the other route from Bungkan to Pak Se. He added that the 5th GMS Summit has already agreed to set up the Greater Mekong Railway Association to facilitate procedures leading to railway connectivity and boost the sense of strategic partners in technological exchange in railway construction, which is expected to be done within 10 months. As for the signing of an agreement on dual-track railway construction between Thailand and China, which is considered a pilot project in the sub-region, Air Chief Marshal Prajin said an administrative committee will be set up in January 2015 to be headed by himself to study rail routes and financial support for the project. 4 Army officials were injured in a helicopter crash while on duty in flood-torn Yala province. According to police, the injured are soldiers under the Army Region 4 who are assigned to help villagers affected by the floods and assess the situation. On the way back to their camp in Pattani, the soldiers were forced to land at a border patrol police camp due to the stormy weather. The 4 then continued their trip after the weather became clear. The chopper, out of the blue, lost its balance and fell down to a rubber plantation. The soldiers are in intensive care at Yala Central Hospital. Officials are investigating the accident site. Defense Minister and Royal Thai Army Chief General Udomdet Sitabut has been informed of the crash. The flooding situation in Narathiwat province is still daunting as heavy rain has caused a rise in water levels. The head of the Narathiwat Provincial Disaster Prevention and Mitigation or DPM office, Mahama Pisakri Wame, addressed the flooding situation in Narathiwat province. He said that the situation in all 13 districts of the province must be closely monitored as heavy rain has caused water levels to rise again, despite a drop in the past few days, but has yet to reach a crisis level. The DPM office has warned the public and ordered the team monitoring the situation to provide immediate assistance to the public when needed, said the head of the Narathiwat DPM office. Regarding the weather condition, the director of the Narathiwat Meteorological Center, Mani Uttarak, revealed that the province will see cloudy thunderstorms in 70% of the province's areas. He said that until December 24th, the public should be on alert for dangers that come with heavy rain, such as flash floods and riverbank overflows, especially in the high-risk areas, namely Wang, Sukhirin, and Sisakhon districts. Meanwhile, the district chief officer of Tak Bai Somsak Siddhiwarakan said that the flood level in the district has now reached 30 to 40 centimeters, as the area has received more water from Sungai Golok district. A 24-hour monitoring staff, healthcare teams, as well as a public kitchen are now being provided by the district to assist people affected by the flood, who are now showing symptoms of stress and sickness, said the Tak Bai district chief. A Blue Flag Fair is being held at the Ministry of Commerce, where free food is given out to the general public. The Commerce Ministry, led by General Chatchai Sarikalaya, hosted an almsgiving ceremony at the ministry's compound, offering food to 88 monks as a tribute to His Majesty the King, who this month celebrated his 87th birthday anniversary. Apart from the religious ceremony, a Blue Flag Fair is being held today for the last day to offer special price products to the consumers. In addition, there is also a mobile food vendor giving away free food to members of the public. As a New Year present to the Thai people, the ministry is asking department stores, convenience stores, and retailers nationwide to lower prices of consumer goods between December 24th and December 30th, during which up to 70% discount will be offered. In the meantime, the central bank is preparing more bills for the upcoming new year, while expecting this year's spending to be 1.49 million baht higher than last year, an increase of 4.9%. The first Vice President of the National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, is planning to visit people across Thailand to listen to their opinions about the charter drafting. NLA First Vice President Surachai Liangbulerchai said that after the legislature has compiled all suggestions from 16 of its committees and all members of the Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, the next mission is to take to the streets and talk to the citizens of Thailand. According to Mr. Surachai, the planned trip is intended to understand what the people think should be included in the new constitution and their problems. He expects the trip to kick off in January. After having met the people, Mr. Surachai said that any suggestions that are related to the charter will be passed on to the CDC, while their problems will be taken care of by respective NLA committees. A member of the National Reform Council, or NRC, has noted that all information received during a seminar with students has been beneficial for the reform process and the drafting of the new constitution. Mr. Prasan Marukapitak, an NRC member, told reporters on Sunday that the seminar with students, organized during December 20th and 21st, has so far achieved its purpose, as the event has been well received by students and those involved in the education system of Thailand. He said that all information heard from participants will likely be useful for the expected reform of Thailand and for the charter drafting. Mr. Prasan added that the NRC also plans to hold similar events to hear opinions of the public throughout next year. He also invited members of the public to send in their thoughts and ideas about the reform process to the NRC from now until next September, and about the new charter to the Constitution Drafting Committee by April 18th of 2015. The chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, is asking all in Thailand to offer their suggestions for the new charter that will help move the country forward in harmony. The first Vice President of the National Reform Council, Bawonsak Uwano, who is also the chairman of the CDC, said that people from all walks of life in Thailand should help make suggestions to facilitate the charter drafting process so that the country can move forward. Mr. Bawonsak likened Thailand with a train and said that a good locomotive will be a key factor that helps take the country on a safe route, while an unreliable engine will never bring anyone far or will take a lot of time to go somewhere at best. He added that Thailand will soon become an aging society that requires the development of basic infrastructure and attention to health care. The new generation needs to take a more active role and present their ideas about the new constitution, especially when the CDC is traveling on the road to hear opinions from various groups. The CDC chairman expects the collection of all ideas to be completed by April 17, 2015. The Ministry of Social Development and Human Security has established a center for the improvement of the quality of life of the elderly in Lopburi province. After presiding over the opening ceremony, Minister of Social Development and Human Security, Police General Adun Sang Singkaew, said the center would offer assistance to senior citizens residing in Lopburi province and help them improve their well-being. He noted that the opening of such center is considered a New Year gift to the elderly and in accordance with the government's aim to return happiness to the Thai society. During the event, the minister handed down assistance money to 50 families and 300 blankets to the elderly. According to him, Thailand now has over 9 million senior citizens, and the number is expected to top 16 million by 2027, adding that the number would turn the kingdom into an aging society. The Ministry of Public Health is slated to set up 60,000 community checkpoints on local roads throughout the country in a bid to curb the number of road casualties during the New Year's period. Public Health Minister Ratchata Nawin unveiled the accidents curbing measure that will see local public health offices work with other state agencies as well as local residents in setting up checkpoints on roads leading to communities. Emphasis will be on drunk drivers, motorcyclists without helmets, and speeding drivers. The checkpoints will be up during December 30th to January 5th. The aim is to make the New Year's number of casualties lower than that of last year. About 1,500 hospitals, both public and private, have been tasked with preparing emergency response teams for the festive period. Sales of alcohol will be allowed only in certain areas. The Ministry of Public Health is preparing to seek a budget for the care of residents in remote areas. According to Deputy Minister of Public Health, Dr. Somsak Chunharat, the budget will be used for the expansion of health services to people in distant areas, particularly highland residents, most of whom are found to have different illnesses from those living on flat land. The service improvement will include the purchase of medical kits, vehicles, and remuneration for doctors and health officials offering on-site assistance. The Public Health Ministry also has a plan to train local people as public health staff to work at community health service centers. Part of the budget will be set aside for their employment. The ministry will soon submit its request to the Budget Bureau. The Election Commission, or EC, is preparing to sue people responsible for the December 2nd election, which ended in failure. The Election Commission is compiling information and evidence before taking legal action against those behind the unsuccessful election. Election commissioners said they tried to dissuade the previous government from calling a general election for fear that the result would have to be voided because 28 constituencies in the South were unable to hold an election. The government at that time refused to listen to their warning. The EC revealed that it planned to demand a compensation of 3 billion baht from those involved in the abortive election, which not only cost billions of baht in budget loss, but was also blamed for the political turmoil. The EC, however, refused to mention the names of those being targeted, saying that they would be identified at a press conference, which would be held soon. Army Chief General Udomdet Sitabut traveled to Pattani province to visit the soldiers and to inspect the military operation. The Commander-in-Chief stated that his visit was to follow up the progress of the eradication of violent incidents in the southern region, as well as to give more support to his fellow military personnel risking their lives to protect the residents. He was also briefed on the progress of the planned construction of 37 roads that will be conducted under the 2015 fiscal budget. As for the peace dialogue with the southern insurgents, he said it is now in the process of creating an understanding among the facilitators. This is the holiday season in the Western world, and one holiday that you might not know much about here in Thailand is the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, which is an 8-day festival happening right now. The Jewish community in Thailand is enjoying this time, and NBT World's Joe Gershon went to a couple of Hanukkah celebrations and brings us this story.
Here in Thailand, a predominantly Buddhist country, people may know it's Christmas time now, but most Thai people probably don't have much knowledge about Hanukkah, which is a Jewish festival of lights that occurs around the same time as Christmas. Hanukkah is a festive holiday in which children play special games and receive money or other gifts when Jews come together to sing and dance and light candles for 8 nights. To celebrate, a big party in Bangkok was put on by Jewish Thailand, which seeks to provide spiritual, material, and social support for all Jews in Thailand. Jewish Thailand holds regular Jewish religious services and events, like the big Hanukkah party held in Bangkok on Sunday. So what is Hanukkah all about? We asked Rabbi Yosef Kantor, who's the spiritual leader of Jewish Thailand, to give a quick explanation.
A little bit more than 2,000 years ago, the Jewish people were living in the land of Israel, and the Greek-Syrian Empire wanted to take away their freedom of religion, their religious rights. A small group of Jewish rebels at the time, called the Maccabees, rose up in a revolt against that tyrannical regime, and they were successful in overturning the far more formidable forces. And therefore there was a miracle where the weak overcame the powerful. They went to Jerusalem, they kindled the menorah, but they only had enough holy oil for 1 day, and it takes 8 days to make new holy oil. And that holy oil that was enough for 1 day lasted for 8 days. So in order to celebrate these miracles, both the victory and also from the fact that the light lasted for 8 days, miraculously, we have since then a holiday of Hanukkah.
Anything you're looking forward to?
Just celebrating with Jewish brothers and sisters, having fun with the kids.
The rabbi was quite positive about Thailand and how it is a most welcoming place for Jews who come here from Israel and all around the world to live or visit.
They're very respectful, and when they hear that we are people that have a religion, they always are interested to know about the rituals, about what it means, and about what kind of foods we have, and so on and so forth. And overall, this is a wonderful country to practice Judaism in. People are friendly, and it's just a great place to be.
There were other Hanukkah parties held in town this week, including one held by another group called the Thailand Progressive Jewish Community. Rabbi Nico Sokolevsky, who lives in Singapore, came up to Bangkok to celebrate.
We are celebrating our Jewish identity. We are sharing it with our partners, with our local partners, and we had many people from everywhere in town coming and lighting candles.
Hanukkah ends on December 24th this year, so if you have any Jewish friends or colleagues, you may want to wish them a happy Hanukkah before the lights of this 8-day festival flicker out.
Very interesting. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the three pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
Faithful Buddhists are invited to donate to the building of a huge Buddha statue known as Praputta Metta. It's to be constructed at Tepratown Temple, Soidao, Jantaburi. With a 20,000 baht donation, the donor's name will be engraved on the foundations of the statue. Those wishing to contribute may make their donations at the Royal Thai Embassy or at the Consulate General in each country, 7-Eleven convenience stores and stores with counter service signs, Rung Thai Bank, Siam Commercial Bank, or Bangkok Bank. Please contact the phone numbers shown for more details.
Welcome back to Newsline. Now let's take a look at stories from ASEAN. Vietnamese rescuers, including hundreds of troops and miners, on Friday freed 12 workers trapped for nearly 4 days after a tunnel collapsed during construction of a hydropower plant. Bad weather and the complicated geology of the site in the Central Highlands province of Lam Dong had hampered the rescue effort since last Tuesday's accident, with fears the workers might not survive after battles to supply them with oxygen and drain water rising around them. Television footage showed rescue teams and workers emerging from the collapsed tunnel and being greeted by applause, smiles, and cries of relief after a nearly 82 hours mission that gripped the country. Health departments said most of the workers were hospitalized and in stable condition. The sole female among those trapped was given emergency treatment at the site. The rescue team dug from both ends of the tunnel and drilled from above, following light from the torches of the trapped workers, who were provided with milk, nutrients, sausages, and ginger tea through a tube. And that's the end of today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. And for now, we're going to say goodbye with Thai fans celebrating the victory of their national football team. I'm Surapalao Tharanarit. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day. สวัสดีครับ